Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. From the gun, a carry by Williams. He's contained at the line for no gain. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle. Offense up to the line fast. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Cup on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Give to Williams from the gun. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there, no gain. And that's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. Second and 10 now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's taken down at the 30. Working quickly here. Stafford now on 1st down. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. To the 30. Gets the 10. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. He's on the... Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the sack. He gets this one to Nacua. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Rams. From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. This one finds Kelsey. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying for the deep ball. Brought in inside the 20. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Reed now to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Wilson airing it out to start. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Motion man sent left. 2nd and 8. This one falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Caught by Washington, left side. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down. Going for it with Warren. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, here's Russ. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Russ now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
First down throw, Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Ross off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Taking the handoff, now Wilson. Rolling left, buying some time. He's keeping it. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Steelers first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with first and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast. After the sack, another pass on second down. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No luck finding his receiver that time. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Now Wilson on the play fake. He fires one deep down the left side. He's got it. Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Wilson now off the play action. On the move, headed right. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So second down coming up.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
Russ is cooking again. Flush down out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Third and just 2 to go. They'll run with Warren. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal. Warren can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal. Looking for it with Warren. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Third and short, here's Mahomes. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Reed now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. That throw finds Pickens. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. On play action now, Wilson. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap for Wilson. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Once more, it's Wilson. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4. Wilson to throw again. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. First and 10, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. Steelers have it. Headed the other way. Give them 32 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up second down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a... It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Arrowhead. McCole Hardman now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. Second down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Calvin Austin on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Caught by Washington, left side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 36. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
First down throw, Mahomes. He lets a heater go deep. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers have the football at what looks to be the 37-yard line. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Getting out to his left. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
This finds Austin complete. They get 13 on the pickup, and he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Working quickly here. First and goal, Warren is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. Return lanes don't open for him. He stopped shy of the 15. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs need only one to take the lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taking the handoff. Now Wilson. That's incomplete left side. This one intended for the running back. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
On 2nd down, Warren. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Wilson on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Warren here from the gun. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. They get 38 out of the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a bit of part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely throwing it away.
This one's caught.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second, and they have to be thinking points here. Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Offense up to the line fast. On 2nd down, Warren gets it again. And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd and goal, Wilson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers tie things up at 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's Worthy running the slant. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. The Steelers calling their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. No slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
Brings up second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson.
It's now third and 8.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Another throw for Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Throwing again, Mahomes. That's cut beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, Mahomes to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. So it's 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Piron. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Madden stopped by Alex Highsmith. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. That's caught in stride by Rice. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet down the left side, and the defender comes away with it. Dante Jackson takes it away.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Wilson on the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He fires one deep down the left. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Dicker connects there. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He's back to throw. He's looking deep once again. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Working quickly here. Second and 6 now. It's taken in by Washington. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down, here's Russ. Got Washington, it's complete. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Wilson now, first and 10. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Mike Williams, the touchdown. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game. Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 7. Brings up second and 17.
Trying again following the sack. Oh no, they get him yet again. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers parlay the interception into points. George Pickens the touchdown. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers take a 3-possession lead.
Chiefs 14.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Hardman with a return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
10 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. All right, here we go. Second down. Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
A gain of 36 yards.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, third down coming up.
Loss of 4 of the play. Brings up third and 11.
Offense up to the line fast. Here he is on third and long. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Steelers have it after 4.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. 2 big plays in succession, and the Chargers on the move. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 34 yards. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Chargers 7, Eagles 0.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Dobbins will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and it's now 14-0. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Rolling to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
They'll throw now on the final play. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Barkley will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are back within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds and appears right at the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. A give up the middle to Dobbins. A solid stiff arm. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
He'll buy some time right. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, 28 yards. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
It's hard enough playing defense on any play. But when a player is able to keep a play alive with his feet, get outside of the pocket, and change all the angles of the receivers, that's more than difficult. Usually a big play results for the offense.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Next the score, Chargers 21, Eagles 9.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Back to throw now on first down. That one complete down the field to Smith. And all the way down to the 5. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.